I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no. Always getting.
The National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We're set. Switch up. Let him go.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson down to throw. Incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Rivers to throw it. He completes it to Henry. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check, 390! 390! Activity's traps. Let's go. Slam, slam, slam. Load it. Load it.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, Delta!
Man, I got you. Hey, 4-1.
Hey!
3 buzz.
Hey, Rocket!
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Step 180, 380.
Check pass. Check nickel.
Wait, 89.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, ready.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Throwing on second down. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a first down carry by Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense.
Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, this one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Watson looks to throw again. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown LA! Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
March 49. March 49. Come on, the ball. March 49. Hey, let's get this, get this. Motion.
49.
Watson on first down. It's complete to Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 32-yard line.
49's the mark. 49's the mark.
Now Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw on 3rd down. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
You don't want it. Check 93's the mic.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Check 93.
Hey, here we go.
Ready? Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. So don't say nothing. Check 93's the mic.
Hey, Rocket.
He's tired of reading.
Now Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a third and long. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Let's go. Run 80. Alpha.
From the gun, Rivers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Be ready, be ready.
On 1st down, it's Watson. It's wearing the tight end with it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, 20. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. That one good for 37 yards. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now it's Watson. The catch made by Hopkins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, the quick slant caught. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. This is Grant. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A big play there by Gordon. 47 yards. Now, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line.
Check.
They run it here with Gordon. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
2 yards on the pickup.
40, load it! Load it! Check,
The
check, check.
23-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Left, right.
41. I'm going to wedge that, huh?
Red Delta!
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And Badgley missed it. Off to the left. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Gordon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Still 180. Block the team.
Pass.
Watch Zero.
Watch the twins.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Here's Ty Long now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense, right?
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 84 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Benardrick McKinney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, 79! 79!
Operating from the gun. Rivers completes it to Benjamin. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here.
64,
On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers, and it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Check Mike 39. I got him. Hey, Alpha! Check Mike 39. Hey, Charlie. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Go outside.
On first and 10, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Check 24, check 24.
On second down, it's Gordon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Rivers. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 13. Down, coming.
They will run with Grant. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it with Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch your slap, watch your slap, watch your slap. Check. He's coming. We got double up. Time to go.
On first and 10, Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Watson. A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
White! 36, 36! White, 89!
Third and long for Rivers. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Watson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. On first down, it's Bell. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Bell. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing, Rivers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Mike 41, Mike 41. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Mike 41, we've got a wedge.
Keep it skinny.
Check it.
Hey, here we go.
After the sack on 1st down, Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing now, Watson. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Set. 219. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
From the gun on third, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away. Now, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more